Superskum.com. I'm Chris. I'm here with Kobra Page of Kobra and the Lotus. You released your self-titled album, Kobra and the Lotus, earlier this year. How's the fan reaction been?
Good. I think it's been great. We've been seeing people singing our lyrics, which is a first for us, and that's always exciting when you see another step of just moving forward, and that's one of them. So the first time we saw that initial kind of response, we knew people were paying attention, so it was cool.
You guys are signed to Simmons record label. How's your time on the record label, and I guess if you've had any interaction with Gene, how's that been?
Well, our mother label is actually Universal Music Canada, and it's in partnership with Simmons label. So we have a large team that's involved with us, and Gene is a part of that. And we have met Gene. I've had quite a few meetings with Gene face-to-face, also several phone calls, emails. He's in the email loop. It's been great, you know. What's cool about him is he really actually genuinely wants metal to stay alive and well, and that's what's been exciting for us, is he really wants us to just go out and do our thing. And so it's been wonderful. I can't complain about having a player like that, you know, on our team.
It's got to be a cool experience. Kobra and the Lotus has had, I guess, the opportunity to play a number of metal festivals, including Sonosphere and Hellfest. What are some of the memorable moments from those festivals? Oh,
man. There's so many great memories. Sonosphere Madrid was a really big one for us because it was our first festival. It was our first big festival stage outdoors, so it was a milestone for Kobra and the Lotus. So I think I'll always remember our first festival loud and clear, coming out and seeing that many people and them being excited for us to play. That was just kind of one of those things where we were like, really? Like, we're looking at each other like, holy, this is real. Yeah.
You've released 3 videos for your self-titled album. Can the fans expect to see another one anytime soon?
I don't think so. Not until the new album. I think we've kind of hit the cap for videos on this one. You never know, though.
Heavy metal for a long time has been a pretty male-dominated genre. However, I guess in the last decade or so, that's really started to see a pretty, I guess, dramatic change. Why do you think that is, and do you think, say, North America is handling it better or worse than, say, Europe?
No, I don't think they're handling it better or worse than Europe, actually, at all. Especially being on this tour, you really can see that it's not that way. North America and Europe have both been awesome to play to, and it seems like you said, you're starting to see a lot more females inside the metal genre. I don't know why that is, but I'm glad that if people want to do metal, they're getting out there, whether it's a girl or a guy, you know.
So after your first Canadian tour in support of Out of the Pit, you went back into the studio and remixed and re-recorded the vocals for the album.
Yeah.
What led to the vocal style change?
Well, the first time that we recorded music, I was 17, and it was our first go. I actually sadly tried to change my vocals because I was worried that being a girl wasn't going to be heavy enough for guys, and it wasn't going to appeal. There wasn't like this kind of aggressiveness that was there, and that was a huge mistake because immediately once I wasn't genuine, you know, it's not good. People can see through when you're not being true to yourself. So that dropped pretty fast, actually, while we went on our first tour, and we learned a lot about ourselves. And by the end of the tour, I was singing totally the way I was supposed to sing, the way I've always sang my whole life before that. And, yeah, just learned, I guess.
So heavy metal seems to have, I guess, an infinite number of sub-genres for music. How would you describe Kobra and the Lotus's sound to, I guess, the people watching this who haven't heard you, and where do you guys think you fit in?
I think that we fit in some sort of pocket that's in the middle of a bunch of niches combining. We try really hard, actually, not to fall into a particular genre because there are so many, and so we just We just say that we're straight up traditional heavy metal, and hopefully there's something that is there for a lot of people, you know?
I guess I'm going to kind of put you on the spot. Can you tell people why Tim Hortons is better than Starbucks?
Well, for starters, their coffee is awesome, and so are their donuts, and it's open 24 hours. It's been one of those things that's also been seen time and time again alongside hockey sponsorships, and, you know, along with the rink, and you got your hot cup of coffee, and you're outside with the snow. Good old Canadian ways. Yeah.
After this tour, what does the future hold for Kobra and the Lotus?
After this tour, we're actually taking a 6-week break, which is crazy to think about that. We don't get many breaks, I'm sure, like most bands. And we're going to just write as much material as possible before we head out on the road again.
This is your time. If there's any messages you want to send to your fans or any advice you want to give anybody, feel free to do so.
I just want to say thank you all so much for supporting the scene, and stay metal, and we hope to see you at a show. We love you.